Welcome back to iTech Aspirant. Today we're diving into the exciting world of Kotlin for Android development. Whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to brush up on your skills, this video is for you. We will run Kotlin code, see the output on the app screen. A programming language is simply a way to communicate instructions to a computer and build applications. In this video, we first talk about an introduction to Kotlin, then we'll see where Kotlin is used in the real world. After that, we'll look at Google's recommendation for Kotlin in Android development, followed by some key advantages of using Kotlin. And finally, we'll implement Kotlin basics step by step inside Android Studio. By the end, you'll understand variables, functions, conditions, null safety, and loops, all in one simple Android project. Before diving into code, let's understand why Kotlin is so important. Kotlin is a modern, statically typed programming language that makes coding easier, faster, and safer. It's concise, expressive, and fully interoperable with Java, means you can use it together with existing Java code without any issues. Kotlin is widely used in Android development, back-end development with frameworks like Spring, web development with Kotlin, JS, and even cross-platform development with Kotlin multi-platform. Google officially recommends Kotlin for Android app development. In fact, more than 95% of the top 1,000 Android apps use Kotlin to boost productivity, developer satisfaction, and code safety. Kotlin often requires much less code than Java to achieve the same functionality, in many cases, around 40% fewer lines. This makes Android apps easier to build and much easier to maintain. That's why more than 60% of professional Android developers already use Kotlin, and the number is still growing. Before we start coding, if you are new here, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new videos in this Kotlin series. Also, check out my previous videos for better understanding and installing Android Studio properly, and go to my playlist section where you can access all videos in order. Now let's move to Kotlin basics inside Android Studio and write our code. Open Android Studio and select New Project, choose an empty activity template and click Next. Here, you can name your project, let's call it Kotlin Basics. Make sure the language is set to Kotlin, and then click Finish. Android Studio will take a moment to set everything up. After creating the project, go ahead and remove this unnecessary code for now. Now, let's create a layout folder. Next, we need to create an activity main.xml file. Right-click on the newly created layout folder, select New, and then Layout XML file. Name the file activity main and click OK. Now, let's write the code for our layout. Our layout consists of a vertical linear layout. I've already created videos on linear layout, constraint layout, and relative layout. Don't forget to watch them for a better understanding of Android layouts. Let's create a button that run all Kotlin examples. Scroll view allows the output to scroll if it gets long. Text view where we will display all Kotlin outputs. To resolve the app-compat error, simply create a new Kotlin file. This will automatically upgrade the Gradle files, and the error will be resolved. When you do this, Android Studio automatically updates and syncs the Gradle files to match the latest Kotlin setup. Now, get references to the button and text view from the layout. We've set up a button so that whenever it's clicked, it runs all of our Kotlin examples and displays the output. First, we create a string builder object, which will collect all the outputs and show them in the text view on the screen. The first example is the classic hello world. Double slashes are used for comments. They don't affect the program and are only for our ease and understanding. Using println, it prints to logcat. And with output.append, it shows the same message inside the app screen. \n tells the program to break the line and continue the text on a new line. Next, we look at variables. I create one variable with val, which is immutable and cannot be changed once assigned. We also have the choice of whether or not to explicitly assign a data type. In this example, I specified that a is an integer. But if I leave out the type, Kotlin will automatically decide the data type based on the value. And another with var, which is mutable and can be reassigned. Since var allows reassignment, I can assign the value of a to b. We print the result on the app screen. After that, we have a function example. Functions are used to organize code into reusable blocks, so we don't have to repeat the same code again and again. I created a function named add that takes two integers and returns their sum. When we call it with 5 and 3, we get the result 8, which is shown in output. Moving on to if-else conditions. If-else is used to make decisions in the program based on conditions. Here, I check if a number is greater than 0. If it is, we print that the number is positive. Otherwise, it's negative or 0. Next, we explore the when expression. This is Kotlin's replacement for the switch statement in Java. If the number is 1, it prints 1. If it's 2, it prints 2. And for any other value, it prints that the number is other. Now let's look at null safety. In Kotlin, variables are non-nullable by default. But if I declare a variable as nullable using a question mark, it can hold null. Here, the save call operator checks if the value is null before accessing it. And the else operator provides a default value of unknown if it is null. Finally, we have a loop example. I use a for loop to go through the numbers 1 to 5. Loops are used to repeat a block of code multiple times, which saves time and reduces redundancy. At the end, we set the final output text in the text view so that everything we've collected is displayed on the app screen. Make sure to write the correct spellings, otherwise it will give an error. Now go to the themes file and change the value to theme.appcompat, light.darkActionBar. This theme gives the app a light background with a dark action bar, making it easier to see and work with during development. Finally, connect your Android phone and click the green Run button to install and launch the app directly on your device. Now our app is running correctly. You'll notice it shows the sum of 5 and 9 as 8. That's because inside the add function, I actually wrote 5 and 3. The function doesn't look at our statement, it only calculates with the numbers we pass into it. Also, after the conditional statement, the output continues on the same line because we didn't add a \n, which is required to move the text to the next line. Now everything is working fine, and that's it for this Kotlin Basics tutorial. In this video, we covered Kotlin basics including variables, functions, if-else conditions, when expressions, null safety, and loops. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to iTech Aspirant for more Kotlin and tech tutorials. Also, check out the Kotlin playlist for upcoming videos in this series. See you in the next video.